My dumbass. Hi. Sorry. Hi, welcome. Hi, everybody. Sorry about that. My camera's busted. I'm trying to fix the camera and I'm talking to Christian. Um, hi, everybody. Hi, your glue. Hi, Christian. Hi, Lemonade. Hi, Equivamancer. Mancy, EQ. I remember. Hi, EQ. Hi. This is Porter Robinson. That's probably why if it sounds familiar, it's because it's Porter Robinson. Um, let's see here. I have the name of the song. Yes, I do. It's called Lifelike. Album Nurture. That's why it's so familiar. I need to have my little. I don't think it works without Spotify, and I'm not using Spotify anymore. Thank you. Yeah, Nurture is a great album. Nurture is a fantastic album. Give me 1 second. Oh my god, my throat. I'm having a cup of coffee. But yeah, Porter Robinson, fantastic. Nurture is one of my favorite albums he released. Been a big fan since. I think I've been a big fan of him since I heard Sad Machine a couple of years ago. How long ago was that now? I want to say like 3 years ago, but I know that my concept of time is fucked up. Sad Machine, Porter Robinson. Enjoy the lurk, Jergload. You're here in spirit. Don't worry, I'll keep you in my mind. Thank you for coming. Came out 2014. Yeah, I've been a fan of him since high school, so that makes sense. Yikes. I've been listening since what's the album Exploding Machine on the front? Spitfire? Damn, you're longer than I am. Is Spitfire the album that I started listening to? Because I only started listening to what album is Sad Machine from? I think I only listened to that one. Porter Robinson. Spitfire 2011. Holy shit, this is an old one. This is when he used to do Dance Dance Revolution stuff, right? Like trying to mimic that sound. Yeah, that's good time. You're old, aren't we old? I mean, some others went, yeah. Fuck yeah. I'm pretty low on energy too. Had a massive crash out rant about anime monster people. I liked it. I wanted to talk about that too. I'm older than Alfie. You're fucking ancient. Okay, I feel good about myself today. All right, thank you, EQ. Appreciate it. It's okay. Welcome. But welcome everybody to the stream. I saw your rant, and I have so many thoughts on that, by the way, because I love Frieren. But I have my own thoughts about that, and I want to know what the author's gonna do with the monsters before I give my thoughts on the demons, because a lot of people get really weird about the demons. And I can talk about it. I mean, it's like a little bit of an uncomfortable like conversation though, but it's just because like whenever things that are kind of like that are used to describe the demons are kind of like have been used as like very derogatory type of language towards people in real life. So that's why people get weird about it. Even though the fantasy is just fantasy and you shouldn't, make connections like that and take it so literal. But I'm really curious to know where the author's going to go with the demons, because the demons have a really interesting dynamics. But if I get into it, I'm going to spoil. Oh, I just have my regular album. Yeah, we're going to be hearing a bunch of different music. If we hear something we don't like, I can just skip. On site with the demons? Hell yeah, dude. Hell yeah with the demons. I want to say they're evil unless they're the concept of good and evil. I'm sure some do. I think they're evil. Like they're not evil. Like you said, they're mostly a I'm so sidetracked, but let's talk about it. They're basically a species, like you said. Like you're not wrong. They're just a species, right? And they don't understand empathy. I don't think it's built into them, but I do think, I'm gonna be honest, I do think that they have like gotten to the point of mimicking like humans or at least sentient species so well, to the point that I think they'll eventually develop or evolve empathy. And when that happens, I think shit is gonna get really complicated. At least if the author keeps going the way they're going. But I don't want to say anymore because I'm gonna spoil what happens in the manga, and I don't want to because I kind of spoiled myself. I hear something I don't like from the middle of the screen. It's probably the door. Yeah, it makes weird demonic noises. That would be really interesting to see. The only reason I say that is because, like, we've already heard it in the anime, but the Demon King had the idea of bringing together the humans and demon kind. It's just that he quite literally could not conceptualize how to do that without murdering. So it's super interesting. Enjoy your Lord Kiku. Thank you so much for coming by, my guy. I mostly compare them to a virus, kinda. I think people don't really have the issue with the concept itself. It's just how the concept has been used past times, like in fantasy in general. So bless you. So I don't think the conversation a lot of the times I don't hear people. I mean, I do see a lot of people kind of criticizing or like talking about the demons themselves. Are they good or not? But what I hear a lot of people criticize is just how these motifs have been used in the past, on like people like minorities and stuff. But I think there's a disconnection there because people are talking merely just about the show and the demons as a concept in the show itself and not as an allegory for anything else. You know what I mean? And people are not able to disconnect fantasy from reality. And I think that's the biggest issue because the demons, as they are in the story, they literally are. You know, I'm kind of with Freerin on here, okay? On how the demons are in the story, they gotta go, dog. You've seen them. They gotta go. It's gotta be on site. Dude, I actually, you know what's funny? I was a lot harder on the demons until I watched that because to me, that kind of made me feel like the demons are more complex that they're kind of they're kind of like, than they are One Note. Because, like you said, they're not evil. They're akin to like, they just replicate and they kind of just want to like increase their magic abilities, and they also still have to like they have the instinctual need to like kill humans, but at the same time they don't do it out of like an evil reasons. Like I don't want to spoil, but there's a couple of demons that are coming up on the manga that kind of like give you a moment of stop. They kind of make you go, oh, this isn't like super One Note, which I really like. I like it as a concept. I fucking love the Freerin demons as a concept, which is really cool. I like the idea that something evolved to like mimic you so well to the point that even the audience is going, like, are they truly bad? And then you kind of have like little hiccups in the story when it show up where you're like, wait, hold on. Why are they trying to do that if that's the case? Like, there's nothing to be gained from... Okay, I'm not gonna say anything. I don't want to spoil, but there's nothing to be gained from some of the actions that some of the demons are doing that are hiding within human society. They're, you know what I'm trying to say? Like, there's definitely a depth there, but there's also a disconnection, because they're magical creatures. They're like born straight from mana, because when they die, they turn into straight mana. So there's definitely like a disconnect there, but I feel like there's just not enough info just yet. I really like. We'll look at. Oh, I've seen that too. It's something to do with the Uncanny Valley. But anyway, I'm getting so sidetracked. No, I love Frieren. Favorite anime of all time. You guys know that already. I fucking love Frieren. It's great. It was also funny just seeing your comment out in the wild. But holy shit, it's funny. But it's on site. It's on site, baby. Dude, Frieren does not fuck around with demons, I'll tell you that much. Okay, let's see. Do I wanna... I'm gonna put some Snail House. I hope you guys don't mind. But yeah, today I'm just gonna yap. I'm just gonna talk. I'm gonna talk a little bit, and then I'm going to see... because I have a lot of work that I'm doing. I'm trying to get some work done. Like, I am trying to be ambitious, and not because the new year's around, but because I have the time. And I also learned how to do a couple of like new editing things. I don't want to jinx myself, but I am trying to like get some work done, so that I can do stuff for myself. I was hoping this month, but it's probably gonna end up doing it this year. This year has been incredibly good for me. I have been, if you guys know, if you've been here for a while, for those who haven't been here for a minute, I have unfortunately ran across this issue where around every year that I was like starting to build up on my content and do things that I wanted to do, like when it came to streaming and stuff, something like real life event happened, ended up sidetracking me and kind of throwing me off uh from what I was, planning to do. So I ended up like not streaming as much. I ended up like having to stop my computer. Like I thought my computer, like I think 2022, like around 2022 or 2023, 2023, I was basically, you can see it right here. I'm gonna show you guys. There you go, fellas. You can see it right here. These are streaming hours, the pink. And as you can see, I started streaming like back in 2022. I came from YouTube over to Twitch, which, by the way, I also kind of want to try to stream on YouTube as well. I'm going to see if I can do dual streaming. I don't know how much like power that would take from my PC. I don't know how that would work. But if I can do it, I'll definitely do it. But yeah, I used to stream on YouTube when I first started in 2019 or late 2019, early 2020. And then like around 2022, I came straight to YouTube, from YouTube to Twitch. And I started streaming. And I mean, I was doing good numbers. You can see all these hours. I was doing good for like that whole year. I was doing super good when it came to like how much I was streaming, which is what I care about the most, is how much I'm streaming, right? Because my views go everywhere. This is an embarrassing moment. But yeah, I was streaming, and then right around 2023, my computer nearly died, and I panicked. I freaked out because it was at the moment I just quit my job, because I nearly died from heat stroke at my job, and then I ended up nearly losing my mind, and I finally got my computer fixed up. I fixed up the hard drive that I have. I lost a bunch of work for people that I was editing for. But was that 2024 or 2023? See, I can't remember half of the shit that happened in my life, because all of the years kind of blend together. But basically, it was a hard time, and I had to stop streaming. And you can see here, there's barely any hours of me streaming. The pink right there, you can see you guys are so kind, because I would still get like 6, 8, 7. Jesus, that's a lot more than I realized. That would continuously watch me whenever I did stream, the little hours that I would stream. So I really appreciate that. I streamed 3 hours on a month on May 2023. 3 fucking hours. And it was so hard. Yeah, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, 6, 8, 7. Is that a thing now? Is that I don't know the new number the memes. I'm still stuck on 21 and 6, 7, okay? I recently just learned about 6, 7. But after 2023, I started doing a lot more editing jobs. Like around mid 2023 and late 2023, I was doing nothing but editing jobs. And then during early 2024, I ended up having to go through a bankruptcy because I had a bunch of medical debt that I stupidly transferred to my, it's a long forming debt from when I was young. From food and basically medical debt and food put together twice on a credit card because I didn't know how finances worked. So I had to be dealing with that for that year. And then right here, Gator, Grimmy, and Gingy. And if you don't know who these guys are, they're really... Oh, and Alfina. Oh my God, I left my buddy out. Gator, Grimmy, Gingy, and Alfina. I don't know who it was that recommended it. I think it might have been Gingy. Said that they should have rated me. And it was like peak when I was feeling the absolute worst. Okay, I didn't have the energy to stream. I was just streaming just because I haven't streamed for a minute. And I needed to stream. And I was like, hey, I thank you so much for the stream or whatever. I don't remember it, dude. I just felt awful because I was watching the VOD and I deleted that shit. That shit is gone. Deleted. I was so embarrassed. I had 2 of my Oshis on my fucking chat, and it was at my lowest. It eats me up. It eats me up. Anyways, it's such a huge middle finger. Look at that. So funny. But anyways, it was super kind of them to do, because thanks to them, I managed to be able to kind of gain a bit of support and some funds to be able to get out of my bankruptcy. Pretty much, I had to bust my ass all 2024, like late 2020. Yeah, early 2024, all the way to the end of, all 2024. I had to bust my ass off editing extra, and I nearly burned myself out editing to gain enough money to be able to, like, it's funny because you need money in order to get a bankruptcy. I don't know if you guys knew that. I had to pay a lawyer, so that shit took money, and I was busting my ass every month to try and get as much work and money that I could, and I burned out really bad. So I didn't do anything. So from 2023 to 2024, I have, like, you can see a significant drop of just me having, like, issues after issues. And I was just like, damn, should I stop streaming? Like, I was not having fun doing anything. But this year, even though everybody has been having a horrible year, and I kind of feel bad because this year was actually one of my best years. I streamed so much more than I normally did. Look at that. First year started, and on January, 11 hours, 12 hours, 13 hours, and it wasn't a lot. And I was like, shit, I barely streamed anything on my birth month, but I fucking made it up by streaming on July for 58. And you gotta realize, this is just part-time. I don't stream full-time, right? Not because I don't want to, but because I got video editing on the side. So this is a lot. Like, I feel like this is so much more. I streamed a total of, how much did I stream? Not all time. Yeah, I finally made it to, like, so I was stuck on, like, a little bit of hours, but I think I streamed, can I see how much I streamed in 2025? Let's see. Look at that. That's more than 170 hours. How much did I stream in 2024? 100. Okay, I streamed fucking, like, around, what, 61 hours extra? That's insane. I think 2023 was, oh, that's not bad. Wait, what the fuck? Was this when things were good? 2022, I probably streamed a lot more, didn't I? Yeah. Holy shit, I streamed more here. Okay, so my rough year was basically, like, around 2024. I think this is when it was rough. I mean, look at this. I could barely stream. But this year, I feel like I did way better. Way better. Like, it seems more consistent. You see what I mean? I was a little bit more consistent. But that's just me. I'm going back to 2023, 2022 era. 2024 is behind on the back. I did it. I feel satisfied. Fuck yeah, I feel good. I feel super good about 2025. It definitely does mirror 2022, and, like, was it early 2023? Yeah, 2022. I was going crazy on 2022, and I was so happy. And then 2023 and 2024 shit got hard. But yeah, like, I think I definitely tried my best. I'm happy that I kept trying my best. That makes me happy. Even though shit was hard, I kept going. I feel happy. Yeah, I definitely had a rougher time this year. You can tell based on, like, that you can see how sparingly. The green is when I streamed. But I'm happy. We're back, baby. We're back. We're back. We're back. Active days. Ooh, I should do active days. All right, let's see. Let's see how I did. So 2022. I was active 111 days. 2023. I was active 56 days. See, you see what I mean? I think I streamed the same amount of hours. I streamed long hours, but I was only active for 56 days. I don't know if I'm reading this right. You guys can correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm really shit at reading graphs. But I mean, I went from 100 to half of that. So I guess it's not really hours, but days. Oh, how many days was I active on 2024 then? Nice. So oh wow, I was actually it was towards the end here, I feel like. Yeah. It was a jump right here because I was barely active. And then I like jumped and I tried my best at the end of 2024 after everything went down. And then 2025 I started a little rough. I started a little rough because I'm still recovering from 2024. And then I like took off with like streaming. So I just wanted to show you guys that because I'm personally happy. I'm personally happy. Who the fuck left? Chat, hunt him down. Take his balls. The world revolves around me. I'm kidding, by the way. I'm actually kidding. I'm kidding. These statistics always okay. This is why you shouldn't take these statistics, right? Because they're like based on averages, right? And because of that, funny shit happens like this. Because I imagine like 0.07 of a person to be unfollowing me at live at like present time. Just imagine that like somebody's fucking pinky toe just like not fucking with me, but just their pinky toe. The rest of them is fine, but just their pinky toe does not fuck with me. And they're slowly unfollowing. So like from their pinky toe to their foot, to then their leg, to then their whole thigh region, then their stomach, and then dude, fractions are so fucking funny. The pinky toe saying it's a deal breaker, but he has to agree. Yeah, but it's taking a little bit of time. You can't have like a full blown. But I'm so happy because I'm so happy about this. The amount of time that I've put into streaming lately has been a lot. I've been trying to be really like as consistent as I possibly can. I don't think I've missed a single month this year, and I'm super happy about that. I mean, aside from June, I think, but that was my birthday, and I had a friend coming down, so I couldn't do that. Like, I genuinely could not stream then. But I mean, dude, August, September, October, November, December, I'm happy. I'm happy what I did, and I also had like the longest streams that I remember. Like December, I had like an 8-hour stream. I would remember it was that Mabinogi stream. So I'm happy. I did good. I'm happy that I did good. I did better. I did better last year. That's all I care about. Last year, I remember I was super disappointed, or at least mid-time this year. Like during the middle of this year, like around... Yeah, I think it was during the end of last year. I was super disappointed because I just was not doing that great. I was not having fun streaming and stuff, so... Just happy. Good things, baby. Good things happening this year. Yeah, but I'm gonna stop talking about that. Gotta get the pinky toe, then the toes, then I'm gonna stop. Yeah, I fucking hate feet, dude. But yeah, I had a good year. I know things are not the best in real life at the moment, you know? Things are kind of rough with people. Things are kind of rough when it comes to a lot of things. Things are rough in like... just in general for a lot of people, even me, like monetarily, I'm doing worse than I was a couple of years back, but that's only because people can't afford to buy things or even commission. So I kind of feel bad. I've been giving a couple of free commissions this time around, whenever somebody needs it, or just as a gift, because I'm not able to actually give monetary gifts. So I'm like, hey, do you want a free video? I try to do whatever little I can, and that's like my only skill that I can really market. So I offer people free videos for stuff. I'm like, hey, if you want, I can make you a free video, and they're like, I don't need that, thank you. And I'm like, well, I'm here if you need it. But I'm happy, dude. It was a good year for me, even though it was a rough year. It was a good year, and I'm happy with what I've been doing on stream. I think I've been keeping up my energy pretty well. I've been managing myself pretty well. And even when I have little hiccups here and there where where I act a little cringe, I think I've grown from it, so I'm happy about that too. And I only hope that that's the case for you guys as well. I know shit is hard. I know shit is difficult, especially Christian. He came in here with a bunch of stuff, and I feel kind of bad because I do want to talk to him. But motherfucker, if you're here, I'll hop on a call with you after the stream if you need. I got you, bro. But I'd rather be able to give him like my full attention than just be here on the stream. Bitch ass. I'd rather give my full genuine attention than be performing here while I talk to you. No, I'm just mildly annoyed. That's okay. Be annoyed. You won't die at work, not you. That's what he says, chat. But then I fire him, and then he gets angry at me. Like, that's right. I'm actually your boss. And this is undercover boss, buddy. I deserved it, damn it. Oh, fuck. This is so good. Made a post on Coffee. More easily share the comp file for the Ventures. Ooh. Sorry, there's... Okay. Sidetrack again. I also have been getting better at editing. I am going to... Oh, let me hop on Alfie. Oh, would that be rude? I don't want to be rude. Can I DM her? I'm a DM her really quick. I'm gonna bother her. Oh, I don't want to bother her. She's in the middle of gaming. I don't want to be rude. Ah. Pay me 100K a year and has no money. Exactly. I give it all to you, motherfucker. Why do you think I'm broke all the time? 100K a year. I could... Yeah, I would be broke. All of it goes to you. And your side business of Magic the Gathering. By the way, those are jokes. I don't know if anybody out there is actually like, whoa, what the fuck, dude? Why would you pay a guy 100,000 a year? I've seen some stupid fucking people online. I get super worried. Or sometimes I'm that person because I'm like, oh wait, that was a joke, and I feel so fucking stupid. You deserve the 100K. Yeah, that's true though. That's true. I've been getting better at editing, and I want to show. You know what? I'm pretty sure she's gonna post it. I'm gonna give you guys a little behind the scene, all right? Little behind the scene, because I did some work and I want to do some more work. But this is the work that I did today. When it comes to editing, and I'm gonna show you guys. Don't tell people that I showed you, okay? Don't tell nobody. Just a little thing. It took me a little bit to do, but I'm super happy. Let's go ahead. Vina here. Okay. Second timeline. Let's see what we got here. All right. Okay, fellas. This a little preview. Like something I did. Is it this one? No, it's right here. There you go. Okay. I was inspired by another editor. I'm going to show you who that editor is really quick. Let me go to Blue Sky, but I got to be careful because Blue Sky likes to show me boobies, just like Twitter. Actually, I got to be careful with any social media. I think it's like what is it called? A occupational hazard of just like liking a bunch of artists and stuff. They just sometimes will just straight up drop a like tasteful nude, like an anatomy. Am I pronouncing that right? Autonomy or anatomy? Anatomy from that one anime. Anatomy. Yes, anatomy. Sometimes they drop an anatomy piece, and then all of a sudden I got boobies on my face, and I'm like, oh, I was trying to show my mother-in-law this cool butterfly painting I saw from them earlier, and now we're halfway through a fucking not safe for work piece, and this is just awkward for the whole family. Oh, did I not put my phone on silent? Let's go. Anatomy? Yeah, I'm trying to pronounce a lot of things. Oh, son of a bitch. Why's all of my fucking... Oh my god, why did all of you motherfuckers go live now? You asshole. Okay, everybody that I like to watch likes to stream all the time that I want to stream. I gotta watch their VODs, and I feel sad because I can't spam in their chats. I feel left out. I cry. I'm gonna have to watch Grimmies and Alfina's like VOD today, so I'm a little bit bummed. Go ahead and mute my phone really quick. I'm gonna put a do not disturb for an hour. You never spam in chat? I do spam in chat. I spam in Freaking right. Oh my god. Yeah, no, honestly. I do spam in Greamy's chat and Alfina's chat. Unless I'm really tired, in which case I won't talk. I would just watch and enjoy the show. I have a hard time spamming in people's chat that I don't like necessarily feel like I'm part of the community of completely yet. So like I watch a lot of eggs, easy over eggs, thanks to you, Christian, but I watch a lot of hers. And I send like maybe a hi or a hello or something and I don't say nothing else. Who else do I watch? I watch, if it's a really big streamer, like really big, a lot of the times I won't say anything either. If I'm watching Doug, I won't say anything. If I'm watching Ludwig, I might not say anything. I might say one or two things to see if like my message gets cut because I think I'm being funny. But nah, I won't say nothing. Let's see. If I'm watching Porcelain Maid, I don't talk. Lately, I haven't been talking. I just pop by. I watch a little bit. I rarely talk when I watch Honey Goblin. When I watch, who else? Who else do I watch? Who else have I been watching? I'm pissed. I feel like I have not been able to catch a Kyrou Crocodile stream, and I feel upset. But I've been watching their videos. Let's see. Sometimes I watch Doki Bird. Sometimes I don't say nothing. Pocket of a Time. I don't say nothing in their chat either. Hazmat, I talk here and there, but I won't say anything. Gingy, I don't talk in their chat. Like, if I do, it's for memes. Or, like, spamming their little, like, chat stuff that they got. Yeah, so. You know what, Soccer, to explain that we're friends? Alfina was like, is that a Toki emote? When I emoted in her chat, I'm like, yeah, I promise we're friends, not a parasocial stalker. It's okay, I told you you were a parasocial stalker. I'm just kidding. No, that's funny. You don't have to. Don't worry. Just be like, yeah, I am. Toki showed me who you were, and there you go. It's pretty cool. I think it's cool if you go to people's chat and if they ask about it, right? If they recognize it, you can definitely give like a little thumbs up, like yeah, they showed me who you were or something. I think that's cool. I think that's nice. I think that's wholesome. Because when I saw, for example, when EQ came here, and I saw that EQ had a whenever when Lucafine would come in here and they had Porcelain Maid emo, I was really happy because I knew that they were part of the like they watched Porcelain Maid like I did. And so EQ came in with like the Alfina emo, and I was like, oh, you're from Alfina's chat. That's really cool. I know what jokes and what inside jokes to say. Like, I know what inside jokes to say or talk about, and you'll get them because you're part of the community there. So it's really cool. I like that. I don't mind that. I don't know how it is with other streamers, but if they ever mention it, I think that's a good thing to do. So I wouldn't worry too much about it. All right. I get so psyched. I'm terrified if I ever get a fast moving chat because I don't think I'll ever be able to read people's messages. Do you know why I VIP some of you motherfuckers, or most of you, is so that I can see it? Because the pink is more like it pulls my attention. Like, not even the mod badge really gets my attention, but the red kind of shifts my attention to somebody messaged. Anyways, let me go ahead and pause the Amazing Snail House really quick. This is from a post from Shansikul, which are an editor for a lot of cool VTubers, and they're a really cool editor. So they posted this, and I thought this was super cool. Look at that. Do you see how cool that is? Let me just tell you, this is everything he did up here. Do you see this? Every little node is like an effect or layer. And they did this shit for 3 seconds. For a 3-second clip. Or not even for a 3 seconds of a clip, should I say. It is insane. It is insane. Look at that. That's so cool. And you know what the craziest thing is? The type of masking they did, this is a whole hand. But they had to use 2 different PNGs and mask it and then instance both of those masks so that it would follow the hand so that you would have like part of the hand always showing up on the front, and then the back of the hand always being on the back. And then this video clip is right in between those two images, those two PNGs. This is one image, cut into two technically with a mask. And so the forefront fingers, or the fingers, I forgot what you call that in video editing school or whatever the fuck. I don't know the terminology for it, but the fingers are always on front. The thumb is always on the back. Look at how smooth that is. Look at how clean that is. Look at how clean that is. You can barely tell. That's insane. That is actually insane. And the way they did it, it's so good because you're able to actually animate everything else along with that. I just realized, was I rude to EQ? It's okay. I'm sorry, EQ, if I was rude. I was just joshing around. You're welcome here. Please don't feel bad. I don't know if I said anything rude. Anyways, back at this. Brain is working with like two different... Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. It's just my brain just catching up to words and things that I say and do. Look at this. Look at how cool this is. That was for 3 seconds. Anyways, I was inspired, and while I was supposed to be working on Alfina's clip that I think she posted this, right? And I could not get that edit out of my head. So I tried my best to replicate it, and I didn't do that good of a job, as you can see here. I threw this away. This was just a sample. I do these type of things all the time as tests, and they never get posted. So I was trying to do it, and I don't know if I did that good or not. I can see what you get inspired. That looks real smooth. It is. It's super smooth. Look at that. Not mine. This one. This one. Look at this one. That's way smooth. That's really smooth. I realized also something else they did. They did that. They did the pool. The pool kind of bounced up, and then they did like a nice little joink after that, which is super nice. Also, something you don't notice either is the breathing of the character is really subtle. But you see, wait, was that part of the video, or did they add that on there? Ah, that's so nice though. The way that I'm not sure. I'm not sure what type of connections they had fully. I think this is a custom made. I think this might have been a custom made node or effect. But it's super nice. I got inspired. I tried to do the same thing. They gave me some tips. It was fucking awesome. It was great. And so I was inspired to do something similar with Alfie's clip I needed to edit for her. She hasn't posted this yet, so I'm not supposed to be showing, but I think you guys will be cool, and I'm not gonna show the whole thing. But here, let's see. I did that. Oh my god. Wait. Mic is oof. Okay, here we go. Is my desktop on?
I like drawing. I like drawing art.
Is that good? I feel like I don't know if that's good or not. It's also kind of choppy. Let me see if I can get I can show you guys the whole thing. Let me grab you the proper clip. Let me go ahead and grab the commission one because the loading is like absolutely atrocious. Me, scary game. You drink.
What are our options? Options are dragon.
Okay, not that one.
What's my hobby? I like.
All right. Here you go, fellas. Here you go. This is the clip.
What's my hobby? I like drawing art. I like watching horror movies. I like playing horror games. I got multiple hobbies. What do you?
I think that's good, right? That's good.
I like drawing.
That's not bad, right? That's not bad.
Hobby. I like drawing. Hobby. I like drawing.
I'm hoping to implement like a couple of different type of little animations like that for Gil and Mako as well. because I'm gonna be using that for like most of my clients now. Whenever I get a chance to do this, saving this for later, yeah, go for it.
Hobby,
Look at that.
I like drawing.
It was so nice. I'll show you how I did it. But yeah, I'm happy on my streaming side, and I'm also happy on my editing side of things because I'm getting way better. And I mean, this isn't that great compared to other people, but it's nice, it's smooth. And I can't show you the rest because if you guys want to watch it when she posts it either tomorrow or on Friday on YouTube. Alfina, go check her out. That's awesome. You can watch it there. And then let me go ahead and close out this. That fits her well too. Yeah. I try to keep it consistent, but this took. I can go through it with you guys. That's I don't know if she'll notice that I used the little version VTuber model of her sitting on a toilet as like the background because the background otherwise wouldn't have anything. If I didn't have this on, the background would just be white. And I couldn't just have nothing. I needed something for the background, so I used the blur image of her on the little toilet. I forgot I did that. I don't know. I don't think she noticed when I sent it to her. Wait, let me look at Discord really quick. I don't think she noticed. I don't think she noticed. Let's see. Oh, yeah, I don't think she noticed at all. That's so funny. Holy shit. She didn't. Oh, that's so good. I barely yeah, no, I do this all the time. You have like space backgrounds everywhere. I do. But I needed her specific colors. Space background would be a little bit too crowded, and it would just kind of become a blob. You need something a little bit more sensible. I tried a couple of images like stars, or I even tried her room, but I thought this would be better because of the different type of colors. I don't know how to explain it. It looks less like a blotch. It looks like something. But man, that's so fucking funny. So I have the background. This is my background. Then I add a blur node right here. So it gets blurred. Then I transform it so that this is originally the size of the image. The image, actually, no, sorry. The image itself is like larger than this. So I needed to shrink it. So it looks like this, but it actually shows up like this here. So like when you look at it at the merge node, you can kind of tell that it kind of fits. It's weird. It's the image size is strange, so I had to like change the placing of it so it would fit the actual box. Because I think the original was like, see how it's really big? I had to like shrink it with that transform node. After that, I put the text, which is just this, separated. And then I merged that on top of the background, which is just a black background. I ended up like masking this background so that way we would just have like a black square. And then I lower the opacity with the merge node. So right here, I lower the opacity so that we would have the border for that. So it would look good. It would look nice. It wouldn't just be like floating letters that looked kind of you know what I mean? The text I also had to do like manually because I don't have presets for whatever reason. So I had to like actually I had to select and change the font and all that shit on my own. I had to also add like a shadow on here. So it is layered like this. It's the white font, then it's the black border, then it's the shadow, and then it's the background. So you can see here the white, black, shadow, and then the background is the purple. And then the background opacity. I'm pretty sure I could have done that easier. After that, I had to graph this, which is the hand, and point at, give it a shadow with the node. So right here, you can see it. This is just the hand without the shadow. This is the shadow. It's really subtle, but it looks weird if you don't, it looks weird if you don't have it. It kind of like does not fucking, it like blends in with the background unless you add shadows to everything. It looks flat. That's the word I was looking for. Put that on a merge so that everything would be here like this because it's layered. These are all layers. Merges. If you learn and this editor right here set it right around here. But they basically said this. It may sound silly, but really understanding everything about the merge node basically teaches you everything about Fusion as a whole. And that's super true. That's incredibly true because the merge node is going to be one of the things that you're going to be using most. Is what you use to layer images and effects on top of each other. It's basically akin to this. So it's basically akin to layering things on top of a timeline. So a merge layer would be like this line, like, or basically, it's a little difficult to explain. It would just be something on top of something else. It kind of allows you to connect things. As long as you know how merge work, you can abuse the fuck out of them, and they're great because it grabs this and it grabs this background and it puts them together, and I'm able to do this, which is really nice. And then I grab it, I put this is there, and then I can transform, so I can edit this whole thing back here. I can edit this whole thing, just this whole merge, without affecting the rest of the video. You can see how this right here is not being affected, but the background is, because I have it separated with the merge nodes. This is why Fusion is so powerful, and why you can have different type of animations, which is so cool. And sometimes I forget that I can do that, and I kind of do my nodes very stupidly. Then once all of this background was done, and I didn't do it in the same manner that I'm explaining it, because I basically did this animation first. What did I do first? Let's see, where are you? I did this animation first. The first thing I did was this. This is what I did first on this right here. This is the first thing I did. That's the first animation. And then I kind of put the hand there so that it would consistently track along in the corner with this. I have the hand slowly come in, like 1, 2. See, it comes in that frame. It like comes in from this side, and then it just kind of goes along, but it's also keyframed. So literally merge things into one layer behind the other important thing. Yeah, it's just layering. Half of editing is just layering and keyframing things individually, or keyframing individual things, but at the same time connecting them so they can do different stuff. So like I keyframe the hand coming from nowhere on top of the picture, and then here on these 3 nodes, which are transform nodes, I animated, like here you can see the squish. I'm gonna go ahead, I'm gonna hide this one for a second. I animated the stretch squish. So you can see the little jump. I animated that by itself. What I did is that I grabbed the Y coordinate of size, and then I just made it go up and then down. So I made it like stretch and then squish. So I stretch and squish, and then I smoothed out the frame. I smoothed it out here. Okay, no way it's been an hour. It has not been an hour. No, I refuse to believe that. But here, you can see it being squished up and then being squished down and then coming back to just like normal size. So yeah, it starts at normal size, it squishes, and it ends at normal size. And these curves right here are curved. Like originally they look like this. They look sharp, and it doesn't look as smooth. See what I mean? See how it looks kind of rough? It looks rough, right? All you gotta do is figure out how to smooth them in whatever program you're doing, and then that takes care of half of the issue, because it'll just like squish. Yeah. Don't forget to curve your keyframes. Then I animated the small bounce, which is, wait, no, not this one. Hold on. This is the squish. This is the bounce. That's the same one? Wait, did I do the same thing twice? Oh, no. I did a bounce. So on top of the squish that I did, I forgot that the squish is right here. I did a bounce, which you can't tell is really subtle, but I just go in for like a little bit and then I go right back. It's not that big of a thing, but it's really important. And let me show you. Look at how small that is. It's like a little heartbeat.
I like drawing.
But if you put them together, you get that squishy mode. You get that like little squish bounce type of like animation. Yeah, it gives a little bit of animation that without it would look weird. Let me take away the bounce and then I can show you what I mean. If I take away the bounce and I have it here on merge, it might not do that much actually now that I'm looking back. Maybe it doesn't. No, it needs it. It needs it because all that happens is that it's squish.
I like drawing.
I like drawing. I like drawing. The small bounce is needed. Yeah, is needed. It kind of adds that extra like fluidity. So it's just like a little small zoom in and then zoom out that happens. It just like zooms in and zooms out and it kind of works with the little squish. So these two work together. I'm highlighting it right here. These two right here. This one squishes up and then squishes down. It squishes the image up and down. And then this one zooms in and zooms out, which kind of helps create a little bounce animation together. And then I just kind of intuitively do that now. Like after doing it for a long time, you just kind of do it without thinking. And I also got that from another editor, and I forget their names, but they do work for Chumba. So if you know what editor I'm talking about, shout outs to that person. And then you do the main movement, which is just, let me disconnect these two. The main movement is just pulling it to the side. That's it. And for that, I had to keyframe a couple of things. You want to see what everything I keyframed? I keyframed all of that. I feel like that kidding extra asking for extra homework for class. No, you're fine. Look at this. This is not an easy thing to do at first. Fuck, it's still difficult for me and I fuck it up all the time. Did the blur come with that pull or was that added as well? That was added. So I always, when you're doing like really smooth type of stuff, DaVinci Resolve has it so that it saves you so much time. You don't have to add an extra node effect or an extra effect on top of this. A lot of the times you can just activate the transform node's automatic motion blur. That without it, it looks so. You see that? Do you see how weak that is? Motion blur is such a fucking save. It creates like proper movement. It's just bland. Yeah, no. Motion blur is a fucking godsend. Okay, that's a godsend. It's such a simple tweak too. I mean, there's other ways to do it too. You have like a bunch of different blur, like abilities to blur this, but you would have to keyframe it. So it's better if it just takes care of it on its own. So that's nice. Before I knew that option was a thing, by the way, because I didn't know that was a thing, I would use this thing called box blurs. Basically what I'm using to kind of blur out the background image of her sitting on the toilet. But box blur, what that does is that it just blurs things, right? And what I would have to do is that I would have to keyframe it. So I would put it on strength 0, the movement would happen, and then I would have to do this and then turn it back off. And then I would have to keyframe it so that it would be, so that it would just like, let's turn you off. Let's go ahead. So it would just be like, while it's moving, it blurs and then it unblurs when the movement is done. I would have to do it manually. And that shit was like annoying to do every single time. So I'm happy that button exists. Because you would add the blur effect, turn it on when there's movement, turn it off. So when the movement stops. I'm not good at explaining myself, so I'm sorry if it doesn't. But yeah. I also keyframe the hand on its own. So if you look at here, the hand is moving on its own. I don't know if you can properly see it. Oh, right here. Right here in the corner. The hand just appears. Like for a frame, it's not there, and then it appears, and then it like pushes. What I did is that originally the hand is here. So I grabbed the hand, I placed it, I positioned it right on the corner, and then I came after positioning it right here with this node. When I positioned the hand with this node, I position it here at the corner. I then animated it with another transform node because I didn't want to use this one. Because once you have it in the place you want, all you have to do is move it to the side and then keyframe it on the next frame to like grab onto the picture. That way you can keyframe it away. Because if I wanted to keyframe it here, I already have to deal with all these different values, and I'd rather not do that, right? Because then I'm already dealing with like having to move it with this, and I already have it in the spot I want it, and I'm not going to move it from that spot. So I can grab it with another node, and then I could just animate it with this node, and it would be better because I start from a default values, and it's a lot easier to animate. I don't know if that makes any sense to y'all. I don't know if I'm doing it right or not. It just makes the most sense to me. It just makes it easier. I first make the proper placement of where I want the hand to always be at, and then I just animate it with another node. That way I'm not screwing up position. I don't know why, but I somewhat understand. Yeah, I would have to, let me go ahead. Can I repeat what I understand? Probably not. I can show an example. Let me open up one of my projects that I do for funsies. I have a project specifically to open up for when I do things for fun on stream. And I might have just deleted that. Wait, no, these are commissions. That's why. Oh, this is a practice thing I had. This isn't too bad, right? Oh, yeah, guys, I was practicing with something too. I forgot about this. I think I was practicing when I was on a call with Christian too. Here, let me show you this. Look at that. I was gonna keep it a little bit on the reps, but I'm trying to develop techniques so that I'm able to do like debut trailers or other type of stuff. And I was practicing on how to work with like images and things like that. Yeah. So I'm trying to work with transitions, bounds, and animations and stuff. And then you can have some text kind of flow out here. Like after this is done, it snaps back, moves to the side, text pops forward. That transition looks interesting. Yeah, it is. It's like masking. So I just maxed it and then did that. I don't know if I have the original one. I think I may have the backup one, which is the fusion composition. Yeah, here it is. Oh, here it is. It's a little bit complicated, but I promise it's good. Hold on. So, yeah. So what I did is that I cut every single part of I duplicated the image. I duplicated the image 1, 2, 3, 4 times. So I duplicated the image like multiple times. You can see it right here. Oh, it's not masked here. Let me see. Okay, so I can't show it to you without it being masked. I wish I could. How do I turn this off? Can I turn it off without removing it? Like I just want it to be off for a minute. I know there's a button. It's a 0. Oh, did I broke something? I feel like I broke something. I clicked 0 and I started. Okay, never mind. But basically, it's one image. It's one solid image. It's just this image over and over. And I just masked it. I masked the top. I masked the middle. Here, let me see. I masked the top, masked the middle, maxed the bottom, the middle bottom. Yeah, that's great naming convention there, Toki. And then I masked the complete bottom. So I cut it up into pieces, and then I fed all of those. I animated each movement, and each individual one, I animated it. So like I animated this one to move at these frames. Then I graphed this one, and I made it move in these frames. I animated this one and made it move this frame. And then I graphed the top piece and I animated it at the same frames, but coming in from the other side, right? Then I gave them all shadows. So I just kind of gave them a shadow so they would look good, a little bit more professional, so they would have depth. Fed them all in a merge node. Again, merge nodes are going to be like in charge of everything because the merge nodes kind of has them all together. They're basically what helps you have them all together. They're all layers here. You can see it. These are all layers for the merge node. I kind of accidentally fucked up. I should have used a background node here, but I accidentally fed the top one there, which is fine because the image ratio is I'm using the same image ratio. I'm using a background node here, so it's fine. I'm using, what the fuck is a background node? Here it is. I'm using this background node, and that has the whole image like resolution, so it should be fine. The aspect ratio, so it should be okay. But I should have used for best practices. I should have used a background node, because background node is basically just what holds your aspect image ratio. But anyways, I fed all of that into a multi-merge. Then I animated this itself. So you can see the little keyframes right here. Those little white dots that you see on the little timeline. Those are keyframes. You can also see them here. These are the same keyframes. I basically made it so that it would go up and then it would bounce back out. So this is all this does. That's it. It just like does a little heartbeat. So all of those individual pieces that I cut out come together. Then all of them are fed into here, and then I love merges because I grab all of these different pieces, and all at the same time, I'm able to give the same type of movement, and it's great. I could just move it however I want, even though they're different things. I could just do like one effect can affect all of them at the same time, which is great. Which is why merge nodes are the fucking king. Okay, they're the best. So I give it the little heartbeat, and then I have I have a switch node, which is new. This is new to DaVinci Resolve, but all this does is that this thing switches. Oops. The switch node, all it does is that it goes from one input to the other. That's it. It just changes the layers. Right? So it's feeding right now is feeding this one, but then when the little animation happens right here, the heartbeat, it switches to showing the regular image. That's it. So it goes from switching the thing that I edited to the regular image, and it gives the illusion of it coming together. Pop. So yeah, that's why it has the illusion of it popping and coming together. But all that I'm doing is switching to the original unedited image. Boop. That's it. And it looks really, really good. I don't have to put it back together or anything like that. I just switch right back to the regular image, and I turn off my effects. I turn off this. I switch to that. And then what I can do on top of that is that now I grab the original image and I just move it to the right. I just animate that regular image to the right, and then these are the point. So this is the size. This is when it goes up. This is the little bounce, because it does the bounce at the same time as this one. Both of these do the same bounce at the same time. That way, the image is like the continuity is the same. They're both doing the same animation, so you can see it. Let me put it here. Let me put this one here. At the same time, they both bounce. You see that? That's what makes the switch so smooth, is because they're both moving at the same time. And then in the regular image, after it bounces and it turns into this one, I just have to keyframe and animate the movement to the left. I just gotta go pop and to the left. And then I give it like a little bounce. Right? The little bounce is right here. You can kind of see it right here. It goes whop, and then it lands right back. You can kind of see it. It goes whoop, it moves, and then it bounces. Right here, the little moon crest right here. This little area right here. You can see a little bump that goes above the keyframe. It bounces, and then it creates that little pop, and then it stops. Yeah, little bounces make so much details. And do you know what I use? This is given to me on, this was posted on Twitter by the animator for Chumba. And they posted this image that I now keep on my asset folder, which is called Animation Help. I'm gonna show you. And this, if you're into keyframing, hello, why did you do that? Let's go ahead and repeat. Can we please repeat? Can you repeat? Can you continuously can you not? Okay, there we go. So these are like animation techniques that you would actually have to do if you were animating with like drawings, but they work the same if you're doing keyframing in video editing or if you're doing VTuber rigging. Like if you're doing VTubing rigging, animation, or just like video editing, motion graphics, that's just animation. All of it is just regular animation. So this is really, really helpful. You just got to use this to recreate that. And it's great. So if you ever wanted to animate something and you wanted to make it look good, you can always take this as like a little, I think you can see it right here. Lachina, developing living content. I don't know what that is. I just, this is just given to me on Twitter. I just downloaded it. But it's really good. It's a really good, like, time in motion, especially the squish. You can see a lot of the squish that I'm doing. I got it from them. And I also downloaded their video. I think I have the original video where they showed, man, I feel bad because I don't know if I have it bookmarked anymore. But I learned from other editors on the VTubing scene. Like, I'm always learning from everyone. I learned from Ali Deliver, which edits for Porcelain Maid. Then I started learning from like Sean, and I think I'm also learning some techniques from just honestly any editor that lands on my fucking timeline. I learn from. Like, I want to replicate. If they do something really cool, I try to do that myself. I bookmark it and then I try to do it. Let me see if I can show you guys. If I have here, here it is. Let me show you. Just gotta be careful with the files that I have here because I don't want to dox myself. I really need like a PC that's just for streaming, huh?
Getting her moments. Really
This is one.
this time. What is she
So I really like this
a
animation.
woman called
I
Arifueta.
I really like this type of editing, so I downloaded this to try and like mimic it. But it's too fast for me. I don't like too fast. Also, we're about to hit a ad break in like less than a minute, so I'm gonna go on a quick break for 3 minutes. Just a little warning, just a little heads up.
Yeah, Arifueta is not for your kids.
This is with After Effects, I think. After Effects or what's the fucking Adobe? This is with Adobe. But I can translate it. For 3 minutes we suffer. I'm sorry, Prage.
There's an anime I'm in called Arifueta. It's a isekai anime where like the main guy gets put into an anime and there's a bunch of hot girls.
Don't let your kids watch it.
Yeah, Arifueta is not for your kids.
That's good. That's good. That's good. I like that. I also like the sound effects,
Really getting...
which I'm like also looking here. Right here, there's like little type of sound effects too, which I pay attention to. You can see the
isekai anime where like
see that
the main guy
sound effect, sound effect, sound effect, sound effect, sound effect, sound effect. That's so nice. Right here too, you can see the little.
There's an anime I'm in called Arifueta.
That's smooth, like that. Stand by the Beacon Skyrim edit was one of your funniest. Thank you, I appreciate that. I like that one too. That should have popped off. All right, before
Commission's coming.
Oh, that's their name. It's Jerdlak. Jerdlak. That's the name of the like video editor that I took that little animation thing from.
Commission's coming soon, guys.
They do
Beautiful.
like
Do you guys want this
Shumba's
as an emote in
editing.
the server? You know, like that original before, you know, some crazy bitch takes him off the face of the earth so she could sell his art from her mother.
Their editing was
Want
good
that
from
in
the
server,
get-go.
guys?
Also, the ads are about to
So,
start.
Scorpion's not native to New York, at least not what I
Look
know.
at that.
And
We're gonna rewatch this again for the people who can't watch it. But you guys know how it is. Grab yourself a cup of water, food, whatever you need to do. We'll be back in 3, all right? Be right back. Are we back? Are we back? We're back, baby. We're back. We are back. Give me 1 second, fellas. Got DM'd 2 people. Okay, sorry about that. I genuinely forgot that I was streaming. Not gonna lie to you, forgot y'all were here. I literally, brain went blank. I was like, I gotta take care of a couple of things. Go ahead and close this browser. Do I got this done? All right, that's fine. Okay, to do. Okay, let me check this off my checklist that I needed to finish for one of my clients. Okay, I finished that for Alfina. Okay, then. And then I was like, okay, let me reply to Christian. Let me reply to this. Let me reply to that. Oh, wait. Brain, I'm streaming. I'm streaming. Bye, 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 bye. Back. I'm back. Okay. So what we were talking about, let me go ahead and pause the music really fast here. What we were talking about, this. This is where I'm like trying to learn from. This is what I'm trying to learn from.
So Scorpion's not native to New York, at least not what I know. And
see a little bounce?
we were
You see a little bounce?
jumping on
You see a little bounce?
And then we
Bounce is really good.
just saw this little tiny
It also, I know for a fucking fact this shit takes forever to do.
scorpion just go across and we just fucking dipped. Commissions
Because keyframing like that probably takes so goddamn long. I'm gonna show you guys a little example on how that can take a bit. So I'm gonna do, it's not this one, but I'm gonna go to a different new timeline. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna close it. I'm gonna edit really fast, just like an image, just something. What do we got? Let me see if I can have it. Let me see if I got something nice. There you go. I got a picture of me. Here you go. Really quick, I'm gonna create a fusion composition. And I'm gonna show you guys what it would take for me to edit something. Just like one part of like multiple videos or multiple like moving pieces, right? So first I would have to like put a background so that we have a background to have. I would make that background transparent. So if I have something in the back here, so like let's say I have this, I know this is an image I'm using. This is an image that I found on Twitter. I don't know who the artist is. If you guys know who that is, that'd be awesome. But yeah, I'm gonna show you guys what I mean. These are merge nodes so that I can place something on top, because if I want to have this image on top of this one to connect them together, I would need that merge, that merge node right there. This is the goat. So the background is fed through this little yellow thing right here. You guys see? This is the like what do you call this? This is called the the background node, the little background connector. I don't know what this is called. And then this is the foreground. So this one is the foreground connector. So I can put my image right here, and then my image would become the background. And then I could graph this background and put it on top of here. And then the background would become the foreground. And I can do different things. Like I can do something fun with this. I could like graph this rectangular, excuse me. I can graph this rectangle mask, and then I could go ahead and see. Actually, let me grab something a little small. Grab something a little smaller. You're glitched. This is glitched. I don't know why this is glitched, so we're gonna use a different one. I'm gonna grab this. And then I am going to, why is this freaking out on me? That's weird. gonna invert it. Why are you so large? Holy shit. Okay. And then I can do this. So the background is here, and then I'm masking it. Or I can have it like this. And I can change the color of the background to red. You kind of see what you kind of see what I mean? Like, I can invert the mask so it punches a hole on the background. Or I can invert it so that only a circle, the opposite is happening. But yeah, that's why it's important to have a background right here. Also, this is a fucking glitch. I don't know what's wrong with this. I can't delete this node. This node is cursed. I can't even push it away. This is a cursed object. I'm not gonna touch that. It might break the program. But anyways, I like to make my background invisible and always add a background node because you're able to contain everything, through here. So if I make it black, then you can't see anything. You can see that it's like obfuscating the image behind it. So it's obfuscating the image behind it. So you always want to make your backgrounds, if you're going to do an animation that needs to be on top of something else, like another thing on top of something else, you want to make that transparent. I think I'm repeating myself, but yeah, that's how you're able to see it. See what I mean? Come on. Going. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to put myself here. I'm going to put myself on top of the background node. So now I'm there. There's my image. And I can add a transform node, which I click up here because I have it on my quick bar. And then I can move it around. I can change the direction. I can change the position. I can also spin it if I want to. Like I can change the angle. I can change the aspect. Which is I don't think I really use the aspect as much. Yeah, I don't use the aspect as much. I don't think I've ever found a time to use this unless I want to do something silly like squish somebody really fast that the size can't do. But I can also I can go ahead and I can disconnect it, and then I can control the like X size and Y size. So basically I can like stretch from the X, you know how a graph has Y and X? Yeah, the horizontally. I can stretch horizontally, and then vertically I can also like stretch. Like squish and stretch, which is really useful when you're doing like little squish squash animations. But I normally keep that on so that I can like, make it bigger and smaller. There's different ways that you can use this node. It's really good. It's really powerful. So let's say I want to look like I'm walking around. I can go ahead and I can move it. I click the little flip button. It just kind of turns it, mirrors it. I don't know what to call that. It just flips it horizontally. And then I turn on the keyframe. Let me turn it on here. Gotta go all the way to the beginning of the frame of the fusion composition. Turn on the keyframe, and then let's put some music to it. And then I can do like I can go over here and then put it all the way over here, right? That way I know that I want my character to go from left to right during this time at this speed. So there you go. It automatically does it for you. You put a keyframe here and you put a keyframe here, and then the program itself will animate it for you to an extent, right? And then, I want to add a little bit more to that. Well, I don't want to mess with this because if I make another animation with this, then I would have to be doing this, and it's not as clean to edit later. So like, I could do it here. Like I can do it here. I can go like 1, 2, 3, 4. Up 1, 2, 3, 4, back down to 0.5, and then I could kind of keep doing it that way, but then I would have to do it manually. Instead, what I can do is that instead of doing it manually, I can do this. I can add another transform node and then not interrupt or mess with the already like keyframed values up here, which I would have to like mess with, because it would create another like keyframe, and that's annoying to clean up. I mean, I can show you really quick. So I can show you right here. If I go up, it creates another keyframe. And so like, I don't like it, because then if I have to change the speed of X, then that would like kind of fuck up the whole keyframe. It would like fuck up the, see how it kind of changed the speed? That way you just want to have one thing keyframing one thing. Try to separate it as much as you can, because it helps keep everything nice and tidy. So I grab this one. This one just makes them go from left to right. Then I make this one. This one is going to be my up and down. So this one is going to be so that I can step up and down. So I can go like this, right? So I'm going to do this one here, then 1, 2, 3, 4. Up, 1, 2, 3, 4. Down, back to where he originally was. And because I don't have any other keyframes or anything to worry about, I can grab this, and instead of just going every single time, I could just loop it. I can loop those 3 keyframes, saving me a lot of work. See what I did there? I would not be able to do this in this one, and let me show you why. Because it's already keyframed, and it's super annoying to deal with. It's already keyframed right here. It's keyframed from one to the other. And if I have it here, where I have it up, like, sorry, 1, 2, 3, 4, up, 1, 2, 3, 4, back to normal. And I grab these guys, and then I pinpoint it. I try to loop it. This happens. It doesn't work. It would just loop it, but like after the composition is over. So it will loop it like over here. You see that? I extended my composition so you will see what would happen. So you see, this is what it's looping. It's looping the whole animation, and I don't want that. I want it to just loop the little bounce. That's why I don't do it in just one transform node, and I do it in 2. It's just a best practice type of thing. Saves you a lot of trouble. Because when you're able to like just animate one little like part of what you want to do, you can put little pieces together, and it would make the animation a lot more smooth. So now that I did that, I can go ahead and I can be like, that's too harsh. Let me go ahead and press F, which curves. You see the keyframes, they're like kind of stuck, like just up. I can curve it, and then it would be a little bit more of like a sine, like a little sine wave. It's a little bit smoother there. So I made way too. Let's go ahead and smaller. So there you go. It's a little bit better there. If it doesn't feel natural enough, you can always do a little. I can grab another transform node, put it on top of here, and then separate this like I did before. Grab this. Yeah, I'm gonna grab the Y angle, or I guess I could do the aspect for simplicity's sake. What's better, the Y or the? I mean, they do the same thing in this, like in this context, they do the same thing. So you can leave it here and just use the aspect, or you can separate it and use the Y. So I'm just gonna use the aspect, and what I'm gonna do is that every time that I go up, I'm gonna kind of like, I'm gonna stretch my little like picture by a little bit. So it goes up. So like the one frame that I'm gonna make one frame, and the second frame, I'm gonna stretch myself out a little bit, go up, and then I'm gonna go a little bit more squish. Too much. I feel like I stretched a little bit too much here. There you go. Not by a lot, just by like a very little. And then back when you go, so here we go. Oh, whoops. Up. Go ahead here. 3. Up, and then squish a little bit. And then when you go back down, stretch out a little bit, and then go ahead and give it like just regular. Let's see what that looks like. I don't know if I did this properly. So I did like a little bounce right there. That looks a little bit better, right? So what I do then is that I grab that, and because it's all going at the same speed, I can graph that, curve it, and then set it on a loop. Could be a ping pong loop, and see if that looks good. It does not look good, sadly. Can I do it where I can cheat? Not relative ping pong. Can I just loop it? Not quite. It doesn't work really well, huh? Yeah, it doesn't work well. Well, I would have to like change. If I make it really subtle. A little short right there. Oop. Let's see if I can loop this one. That looks a little better. There you go. And now that looks a little bit better. That just looks a little bit smooth. But it still looks too flat because if we put any other type of background, if we put it here in the background, it just looks like it's part of the image and it doesn't quite stand out. So I can do a couple things to make it stand out. I can add a shadow node, which is already like I can do a drop shadow, but I like to use regular shadow. This one is better because it has more options. Like, it's just a better node. It comes in your DaVinci and it's just like a better node. Softness. So now it has more shadow. Now it just kind of stands out. You can see how it stands out with it and without it. So that's with it. And then we're going to see if it stands out. Now you can kind of see it a little bit more, but it doesn't quite stand out fully. So what you can do is this thing that I did for Mako. I created a preset myself, which is this. I don't get it. I graphed a YouTube tutorial for this, so I didn't technically do it myself, but I graphed a YouTube tutorial and I created this thing which I don't fully understand, which I kind of have to go back to try and figure out how I did. I understood it at the time. I just don't get it anymore because I did this like about a year ago. I created this from a YouTube tutorial. But what it does is that it just gives an outline to anything. It just pops in an outline. Yeah. So this little outline. You can tell it's for Mako because it's orange. But I can do the white because it gives it like a sticker look. And then I can also choose the thickness of it. And I can slap a shadow onto that, which gives it a little bit more depth. And now you can actually see it a little bit better. There you go. And all that took me like a good 20 minutes to do. But that's, I'm explaining it. It would take me a lot less if I wasn't just sitting down explaining it. But it would take a while. And so, you know, I'm doing this for not just one thing, but I'm doing it for multiple things. And I can't imagine, no matter how advanced you are at doing this, I mean, you can have presets that help speed things up, right? And you can do like little cheats, like where like I kind of just hit the little loops, like it kind of like right clicked and give it like I put it on a loop and stuff like that. Like you can do little cheats like that, but those won't always work for an animation. A lot of times you would kind of have it be different, where you need to have like a unique type of movement each frame, and that would take a lot longer. So yeah, and then you end up with this. You end up with all this after you finish. You end up with a bunch of nodes. And the funny thing is that if you show the timeline, you'll never see all of that work in DaVinci Resolve, at least. In Adobe, you can, because Adobe, you have to do all of that, but you have to do it on the timeline itself. You know, you're going to have to do the animations and stuff on the editor part. So you basically have to do everything on the editor part, on the editor tab, not part. And so you can see all of the changes and all of the things you've done, like I showed you guys earlier on that video, which is this one.
She's really getting her moments. Really
Which is this one, where you can see all of that work that they put into it.
Called Arifureta.
You can see all of the work that went into that. But when it comes to DaVinci, it's a little bit hard to do these videos where you show all of your work that you did for your edits. Because you just straight up this is all you'll be able to see. All you will be able to see is the actual thing. You can't see shit. There's only two little things on the timeline. You can't show the whole timeline. There's not much to see Most of the work is in the back end. That's so funny. But yeah, that's how you do little quick animations on DaVinci. And there's people who can do crazy shit. Crazy shit. They can do like 3D stuff where you can grab this whole thing I have, right? And then you can do this thing where you can just straight up say, I want it on a 3D plane. I just want this to be on a 3D plane. And all of a sudden, this is now no longer a 2D image. It is a, how do you move this thing again? Fuck, I forget the controls. Give me a second. There you go. I have now turned this two-dimensional image into a 3D image. And you can do some crazy fucking edits with this too. Like some crazy edits with this. And I'm trying to learn how to use the 3D plane to do that. To be able to do like what's the word? To be able to do animations. Can I not? Oh, this isn't a merge. I need a 3D merge. Specifically a 3D merge node, because the regular 2D merge node does not work. And then I need a camera. 3D camera. Slap it on this bad boy. And then render to be able to render out, because now it's no longer a 2D image. Now it's like a fucking 3D. It's fucking Blender. What the fuck? Let's go ahead and go to the plane, and then let's go ahead. Oh, actually, let's go to camera. Then let's go to this out here. So camera. Why can't I see you on the camera? Oh, is it because I got the wrong thing? Is it this? Oh shoot, how do you do the camera again? I know that you hit the render. Hold on. Render. Do I go here? Aha! Okay, awesome. But do I not need this? Crazy? I think I need it, right? No. I did this wrong. See, I still haven't fully figured out 3D stuff. How do you do this again? Holy shit. Okay, the camera's there. I don't feed it through the camera. I do feed the camera here. Do I feed you through the top? Fuck, I forgot how to feed it. Hi, Mimikers. Welcome. I'm trying to figure something out. I forgot how to do 3D on DaVinci Resolve. I'm trying to figure this out. Camera's finicking a little bit. Let me look something up. I'm gonna look it up on here really fast if you guys don't mind. 3D camera, 2D plane node positioning. I forget. I gotta look at the notes again. I hope you're having a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is on your side of the world. I need to look at the nodes again because I forget where the fuck to put the nodes on 3D. But we're gonna figure this out because I cannot find a video for it. Okay. Fuck. I know that this has to be directly on. Wait, you're on merch. You're on here. You're on top of here, right? No, this is regular merch. Give me a 3D merch, damn it. 3D merch. 3D merch. Give me a 3D merch. Put you here. Put you here. And I can see you here. I can see you in the media out, obviously. But I need the camera so that I'm able to position things. But as soon as I do, you disappear. So do I need to put you here? No. So do I need to put you here? No, because then you moved with the camera. And that's not what I want. Do I put you above the camera? No. Where the fuck do I put you? Definitely don't put you here because you're not anywhere near the cam. I'm gonna lose my goddamn mind. Where the fuck do I put? Oh wait, do I put the? Put you here? No, because then I would have to. It's the same situation. I move the camera. It moves with the fucking camera. Holy shit! Evening, how am I doing? I'm doing great. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. I'm fighting my demons here. I'm trying to figure out how this works. I'm gonna look at a quick tutorial. I need a refresher. I haven't touched 3D aspect in a minute. This is why I'm trying to learn it. And you know what? I'm gonna use this stream. This stream is just for chatting, and Lemonade got me on a video editing binge or video editing talking, and now I'm talking about video editing. 3D camera, DaVinci Resolve tutorial. Yeah, a quick tutorial. 3D snap. Okay, I'm gonna ban you. You're banned. You're banned. You're banned. I'm banning you. Oh, Jesus fucking Christ, mate. Fucking loud. I don't... Yeah, that's cool. I just want to be able to see where the positioning is, please, for the love of Christ. Yeah, I know how to turn something into an image plane. I get it. Render 3D. Yep. Son of a bitch. Stop with your cool effects. Show me the whole thing. It's to emerge. Okay, I'm doing this right then. Then I put it into a merge. So image plane, merge, render. Yeah, okay, so I have you properly here. Oh wait, no, I don't have you properly here. Okay, fuck you. Okay, you're supposed to be working then. You'll miss me, fuckboy? You're acting like no, don't. Oh, you mean banning? I thought you were alluding to killing yourself. Sorry, I don't know why the fuck that went into my head. Are you okay, Christian? Do you need help? Do you want me to call anybody? You need me to send you something? I don't got money, but I can send you, like, I don't know, like I can edit a video for you. All right, let's see here. So, I did do this, and then I send it to render. Why the fuck is this not showing up? Where the fuck would it... Where the fuck would it... Oh, is it because I moved this? Image plane to 3D. No. It's here. What am I doing wrong? Oh, it's here. Wait, it's here. I just can't see it. No, it's here now. Wait, what the fuck? Oh my god, now the camera's here. Okay, well, fuck me, dude. Let me do a little zoom out. There you go. There you go. There's the camera. You can see it here, what the camera sees. See that? And then you can see the little animation walk. Look at that. And you can see it in 3D space. So we turned something that is basically 2D, a 2D animation, with this image plane node, turned it into a 3D, like placed it on a 3D place, and then straight up just like added a camera, render it out, and now by messing with the camera, I'm able to... Oh, that's why, because I'm a dumbass. I had it right. I just needed to select the merge node. Okay, I figured out why this didn't show up. I had selected the camera, only the camera. I didn't have the merge node selected, which is what... The merge node is what put both of them together. I'm gonna have a stroke. Okay. The mistake was mine. I did it right. I did it properly. I just forgot that that's what I needed to do. I needed to click this on one fucking button. I just had the camera selected, not the merge node, which also contains the image plane. Can you zoom out of the camera while moving forward towards the subject? Yeah, I can. I can zoom out on the camera while moving forward towards the subject. If you mean like, can I... Yeah, I mean, I can try to do that really quick. Hold on. Let me grab the camera, grab C, and then I can... You mean this? So zoom out, and then I can grab the... I can grab all of these, move it to the side, and add a transform node. This transform node is going to grab the background and the little animation I made, and I'm going to be able to, like, manipulate it now. See? I can manipulate it. It will only manipulate it in 2D. So it's only gonna manipulate it here. This is why it disappears. So I'm manipulating it in 2D, but when it goes into the 3D plane, it vanishes. Because this is all you're seeing is this plane. You're seeing this 2D plane. A lot of the background is transparent, but if I turn it black, you can see it. You can see it here. Let me fix it. This is what you're looking at. The background is transparent, but this is what you're looking at. You're looking at like a fucking cutout in 3D space. So let me make it invisible. And then the transform node, that's why it like will vanish if I like leave certain spots. Or if I twist it too much, it would disappear. Or if I'm in the corner. Whoop. 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 I'm repeating myself, sorry. Up, up, up. So let me go ahead, graph the size. And then you said zoom in. Zoom out with the camera, zoom out on the camera, and then zoom in with the subject. Yeah. It's a it crashed my program. It crashed DaVinci. I mean, I can do it. It's not able to handle the load. Holy shit. Hold on. It's because I have my model on and I'm streaming at the same time. This is what I'm doing, by the way. It's not good for my computer. The fact that it's not stuttering is insane. Let me restart it really quick. Yeah. I know the effect you're talking about is the one they use on hallways. You can do it here. It's just that I accidentally went over the I went a little too far with it. I might have gone a little too far with it. A little too far with it. Let me grab, yeah, the transform node deleted itself. So let me go ahead and do that, but I'm gonna do that like very gently. Like very, very gently. In fact, I'm gonna grab everything. And I'm gonna make it a little smaller than normal. That way it doesn't disappear. And then I'm going to grab this and then I'm gonna, please don't crash, please don't. There you go. And then save that camera. I'm gonna grab the camera. I'm gonna grab the camera, which is here. Then with the camera, I'm gonna transform. I'm gonna go here. Going to go all the way back. Gonna go zoomed in to then all the way back out. Right, zoom out with this and zoom out with the camera, kind of like that. The effect won't work unless you have like something that is fully encompassed. So that's gonna break my computer. You can do it. It's just not going to look. You can see it here. You can see the effect taking place here. Let me like turn this off so we only have one. You can see the effect happening here where this is like zooming in and the camera is pulling back. But the effect doesn't work unless you have like, yeah, you need like something to be able to parallax off of. You're correct. Yeah. So, I mean, I guess if I have, I can do this. Which one does the zoom out? Which one does the zoom in? Do the zoom in. So delete you. I'm gonna grab you. I'm gonna grab all of these. Do it on this, and I'm gonna change the background to be. Let's see. I need something big. I got a bunch of pictures, so I can just use one of those. Backgrounds. My views, large. Well, this image is good. Close. I'm gonna use this as a background instead of the image of the background that I have. So I'm gonna use this instead. Gonna put Alfina on the toilet for the background. I'm gonna put something actually on the background. All right, save really quick. So just in case we crash. And then if we I'm gonna go ahead and go on here really quick. We're gonna see how this zooms in. So I don't like the way that zooms in, so we're gonna go ahead and grab it right here. Zooming widely. Right here. The only thing is that because I'm walking from one side to the other, it's not gonna work. So let me take away this animation. Then let me just have it here. So that would be the zoom in. Wow, you are a small image. No wonder you're okay. Now let's do a bigger zoom in. So now, whoop, whoop. All right, and then go here and let's see what that looks like. Yeah, that's the effect you're talking about, right? It gives like a parallax effect. The image is like running out of border here. But this is what you're talking about, right? This is the effect you're talking about. And we can actually see that effect right here in camera. So you can actually use real life filming techniques on this if you'd like. Oh, and you can straight up just upload like a 3D model in here too. Do you know that? You can just do a whole 3D like a 3D scene or a 3D like character or if you're able to like convert a VTuber model, like a 3D VTuber model into like a Blender model and then just upload it straight here and use it as like use it for your effects. You can also do Photoshop. So like different layered Photoshop files you can also do. And do different effects with it as well, which is really cool. But this shit is too advanced for me. Like I'm still very green when it comes to like 3D stuff. That shit is difficult to do. But yeah, doing this creates this little effect, this little parallax effect of like shit going down. If it was a hallway, that would be cool. But you can see how the foreground and the background are moving in separate speed. I can also give it like a little bit of a blur too. You can do like a little blur. So like as we're going on, it like blurs. This is extreme, but I can keep it up to like that. Actually, you know what? That's too blurry. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna make it so that it becomes that blurry. So it does something like my computer's chugging, dude. It's chugging. I'm surprised this stream hasn't crashed. Let's do it like right around here. We can make it kind of blurry. Yeah. And then I could do like a little. Then I can get like a little glow on my character. Oh. No, that's absolutely horrible. I'm gonna turn your shadow into like a white shadow. Can you? Yeah. Up and here. Gonna be wider. Is there any way that I can change your light position to be a little bit wider than that? I can also turn your outline. Grab your outline. Increase it too. Here, I gotta have like regular amount. That, and then I could like do this. I don't know why, but I can do that to kind of like highlight the character. See, I'm gonna grab the play holder. That's a cool effect. Oh, that's cool. I like that parallax effect. Boom, 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 boom. Yo, I just realized how they make those music videos, like those EDM music videos that they upload on YouTube. I learned how to do the little effect. I learned how to do the little blur effect. I just need to put the waveform around me, and it just. I'm so stupid. Do you have the Steam Winter Sale recommendations? I don't know. I don't know if I have any recommendations. I haven't even checked at the Winter Sale right now. Oh, but do you know the reason why I don't really use that 3D effect, Christian? is because, one, it consumes a lot of processing power, and two, you can just do it. You can just straight up do it with this. All you need to do is grab this background. Have a background, like always, just kind of have a background. Do this. And then what I would do is, I mean, if I wanted to keep everything in scene, yeah, the camera would be a little bit better. But I'm gonna be honest, you could just do it with this. Then what I would have to do is make this really small, kind of bring everything to size. I mean, there to size. Then we will have this. Okay, awesome. And then what I would do is that I would grab this background with a transform node, and then I could just have it here like this, and then I could just do that, and then it would be the same effect, and it would be less stressful on my computer. See what I mean? This is the same effect, but without the camera. I'm creating the same parallax illusion. It's not as clean, though, I noticed. It's not as clean, but it's the same effect. That's cool. That's cool, though. 2 images that don't move, and I just created like a nice little... I'm coming to you from heaven to say you should drink more coffee. Oh, that's cool. That's a cool effect. Anyways, I'm gonna leave it there with just like video editing, just because I can talk about it for a long time. But yeah, that's cool, isn't it? Steam sale recommendations. Let's see. What do we have on Steam? I haven't checked anything on Steam lately. But I came in a little bit later because I had some work that I needed to do today. I finished the work that I needed to do for Alfie, but I still got a lot of work to do that I want to be able to like finish off this week so that my clients are set for the month. Yeah, I just wanted to come up and talk a little bit about how good it's been, how I've improved this editing, I've improved in streaming, I've improved in editing, and I feel great. Also, I forgot what else. Yeah, I'm just happy. I'm in a good mood when it comes to streaming. I actually hate that I have not been streaming as much as I've wanted to, because I genuinely been wanting to stream. It's just that I literally have to edit, and I cannot edit at the same time as streaming. If I have a computer strong enough to be able to do both of those things at once, you bet your fucking ass I'd be streaming all of my editing. Because that way I would be able to finish editing like live, and then I could jump right into a game after sending my finished work to my clients. And also it would keep me accountable too, because it would keep me locked in. It wouldn't feel like actual work. And I think I wouldn't get as distracted. That would be so awesome. Maybe it will work out. Maybe it wouldn't. But yeah, I don't have any any Steam recommendations. Winter Cell. Can we look through it? Okay, let's look at the... There's not gonna be no nudity that shows up, is there? We're not gonna have no nudity show up, huh? We got Overcooked. I already have Overcooked. Slay the Spire. I don't really like to play card games like that. This... I'm not... Why do I feel like this be kind of funny with like friends? I feel like this be kind of funny with friends, but I don't think I want to play a farm simulator. I'll just play Minecraft. Planet Zoo. I don't really like Planet Zoo. I mean, I like few people watching it. Golf with friends. You'd need friends for that. Let's see. Bending to Ink Machine. I don't fuck with playing horror games, but I love to watch people play horror games. Hence why I watch the people I watch. Barony. I already have Barony. I have Noyod, which, by the way, I'm supposed to be finishing on stream, but I kind of dropped the game, didn't I? The game is fun. It's just hard as shit. What is this? X Foundations. Don't you have this, Christian? What is this? I like space games. I'm a space game whore. Let me check this. Let's mute you because I don't want to get a copyright. Journey, your journey to... Is this just No Man's Sky? I don't think it's one of those space flights. Seems like Elite Dangerous. Is this an MMORPG? Oh, it's mixed. It's mixed. I mean, it's mostly positive, but it's mixed. Let's go ahead and see what the people have to say. Never have I seen a game that does so many different things and connects them together so well. When you start the game, it feels like playing a single version of Elite Dangerous in the best sense possible. After 20 hours, the game suddenly turns into Kenshin, settings up automated production and building bases. After 40 hours, the game suddenly turns into a Mountain Blade and you'll lead a fleet from the front and get into combat. After 60 hours, the game basically turns into a city colony management game where you make huge production lines to create your own ships and building a self-sustaining system. I'm currently at around 80 hours, so I'm no longer playing the colony management game, but it feels more like Stellaris, as if I'm actually forming a new empire that can contest other empires. Send help, I have not slept in 2 days. Kenshi is pretty... I've never played Kenshi. I've seen a couple of people play, but I don't quite get it. I like this game, but it does not get my recommendation because, much like X3 before it, the game is not very approachable. I don't want my friends to buy it to only give up 10 minutes in. Never returned. They did exactly that with... Okay. Many things about the game are great, but you will have to be willing to wait through a bad user experience to get there, to get a full... Okay, Deep Lord, the bad user experience. I don't mean visual elements, the interaction design. The core mistake Egosoft made was organizing the interactivity by the game system developer perspective instead of by use case. The player's perspective misaligned forgets the other. That's a lot of words. It's a lot of words. Tell me why it sucks. Oh my god, this is a really good review though. I'm too stupid. I have around 800 hours in this game. I own 2 copies, Steam and GOG, so it must be good. However, the game has a memory leak and has had one for years. A few hours of playing and all of a sudden it becomes a nightmare to save and exit the game. What? That sucks ass. Are you kidding me? Don't tell me that it currently has that. I've set out in that game to be a drug lord, smuggling drugs into major city and end up becoming a bread lord. So you end up just like growing a lot of wheat instead in the game. That's funny. By Let Us Run, I've been making pants. That's cool. I don't get the game. I've never really played the game, and whenever anybody talks about playing the game, or like I watch a YouTuber play the game, I don't quite understand what's happening. I heard Icarus is... Oh my god, wait, Icarus is like $3? That's crazy. I heard some good and bad things about this game. Quite literally, yes, I just grew wheat and made bread. The bread lord. I've made bread. I come to you with bread, my good sir. I wish Steam would let me give a mixed review for this game because my mind is really split down in the middle on this one. I like many more things about this game that I hate, but also the things that I hate I really hate. I tentatively recommend this game for big time lovers of survival games. For anyone else, I would maybe wait and check back in on the game status in a year or so. I get frustrated because the game has enormous potential. It has all the right pieces and building blocks. They just aren't quite fitting together the right way. Icarus has a lot going for it itself in the current state, but the game leaves much to be desired. There's a lot to talk about. There's a lot to talk about. The game is beautiful, even without cracking the graphics up to the max. The game looks and feels breathtaking, lighting up to... Okay, I want to know the cons. The chief issue I have with the game is the game flow is severely hindered by the incongruity between the mission lengths and the time investments of having to start from scratch for each mission. I'm actually quite a fan of the idea of having to regularly start fresh, but the way this works, Icarus, is pretty frustrating. Most missions takes between 30 to 6 hours to complete, which isn't long enough for the grind of the start over to be anything other than criminally boring. I think the start from scratch idea could still work only after a significant edits to the gameplay workflow. Okay, this seems like very specific if you play the game. I'm guessing you grow and then you start again on like a different world. If I remember correctly, this is the game where you kind of like go to different like planets and shit or different dimensions. I mean, I heard a lot of good things about it, but I also, you know, like I'm surprised I see more good than bad. Takes too long to do anything fun. Combat for the first 10 hours is dog shit. Okay. Graphic settings require the game to reload to make changes yet after the fix your game. Okay, that's not a game issue. That's just a thing. Base game is just lacking. All the content they are selling the DLC should be part of the base game. That's what I hear. I've heard that criticism before, so maybe we'll pass on it. Let's see. Star Wars The Skywalker Saga, the Lego version. Should I get that? This actually, like, unironically, this looks really fun. It's $5. No shit, that is ads again. I've been streaming for 2 hours and 12 seconds. Oh my. It's 11:15, so I'm definitely gonna have to wrap up soon. Skies Unknown.
How sad. Steam took all my money I have none of. It was ridiculous. Anyway, hey bud EE. I hope you are well. This is great to see you once again. I hope you smile. Smile. Okay, fine. Alright Toki T Toki. Enjoy the final year.
The final year. That's not ominous. Enjoy the final year. Your final year. Thank you, Red. I hope you have a good New Year's too, and I hope your next year is even more successful than this year. Thank you so much for coming by. I appreciate it. Have you played any of the Lego games? They're mostly play the same. Yeah, I have. I played years ago when I was a kid. I played a Lego game and it was fun. It was fun. Like I would be willing to play it again, but I don't think I'm gonna get as invested in it, if I'm being honest with you. I'm itching to play something, but I don't know what. That's the thing. I think I'm gonna leave it here this time around. I'm sorry that it wasn't like a explosive end to this to the year. But I mean, I appreciate you guys coming by. I know that I'm mostly just talking about video editing, but I was excited. I was excited to show you guys what I've learned, even if it was just like a little tiny little window, like the smallest little window, the smallest, tiniest little window into the site. But yeah, next year I turn 30, dude. I am going to be ancient. I'm gonna be ancient. But yeah, man, I can't wait. I can't wait till next year. I can't wait to see what I do next year. I'm hoping to actually do more stuff. I'm hoping to change my background. I'm hoping to be able to be more consistent with my uploads. I'm hoping to start uploading again on my main channel, which I'm excited to do that as well. Yeah. I'm just happy to do all that. But with that being said, you guys have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is on your side of the world. I am going to go have rated Alfina like 3 times now. I think, depending on how many people here, I'm gonna raid into Grimbo. But yeah, I'm tired. I'm exhausted, so I think I'm gonna head out. I'm gonna have it here. There's 2. There's 2 people. There's 3. There's 4. There's 5. There's 5 people. Yo, thank you. Thank you for being here. I appreciate it. So, thank you so much for being here. I really hope you guys have a wonderful morning, evening, afternoon, whatever time it is your side of the world. Thank you so much for supporting me this year. I really, really appreciate it because it's been a good year. Nothing super tragic has happened. Knock on wood. I don't want anything to happen next year. But yeah, I appreciate all the support. I appreciate all the subs. I appreciate everything you guys have done. Christian, I'm going to be on. So if you want to give me a call on Discord, we can chat for like 20-30 minutes if you need to vent or something. I got you, bro. Well, yeah. With that, there's 8 of you here. Nice. Thank you for being here. But with that being said, you guys take care. Thank you again for all your support. I know I'm repeating myself a lot, but I'm actually incredibly grateful. I know my model does not show the smile on my face that well, but I'm really, really happy. And I hope next year's better for everybody and for myself as well included. So thank you. Be kind, be nice to Grimmy, and yeah, I'll see you guys next year. Jesus Christ. 2025 is already over. That's fucking crazy. All right. I'm not going to keep you any longer. See you guys next year.